Hey, it's Tuesday the 15th of October. But welcome to another vlog, which I am a little bit late in starting, a little bit late in getting last week's vlog up, but we completed it. It was successful. It was actually longer than I thought it was going to be. You know, I had over an hour and 45 minutes of footage. Oh, I didn't realize, but I managed to edit it down to a nice solid vlog. But this week I have plans, man. I have started a new secret project, which is a secret. And yeah, there's content coming on that, like, in a month or so, which I'm so freaking stoked about. But it's so exciting. But today, as it's Tuesday, it's Starbucks night. I go to Starbucks while my daughter is at her club, and I got a lot of work done today. I carried on fleshing out that plot bunny that I penned last week at my coffee session, and I fleshed out and came up with some really cool plot points. It's a dual timeline story, this one, where they meet again as adults, and he's never forgotten about her, but she just kind of resigned herself to the life without him and got on with it. But he stepped in at the perfect moment where she's engaged, and he's decided, no, you're mine. Well, he's not decided, it's always been the way, she's always been his. But it's a dual timeline, so it kind of goes between him sort of inserting himself into her life as an adult, and swaps between that timeline and when they were teenagers, fall in love for the first time. And oh man, I'm here for it. There is sort of teen gang rivalry. There is a mistaken. It kind of plays on it adopts a theme from another project of mine where boy A has done something, but boy B gets the blame for it. And that causes their, like, separation and how they lose contact, this incident. And that just kind of came out of the blue while I was outlining just now, well, this evening, the to make it work, how this came about, the who, what, where, when, whys of it all came together this evening. And oh man, I love it when things just slot into place like that. Love it. But yeah, that's all I've got as an update for just now. Vlog is already up, you've probably already watched it. Carrying on some outlining, got a new secret project on the go, which I'm really stoked about, if I haven't already mentioned. And yeah, things are going awesome. I am in such a good place right now. It's freaking fantastic. Anyways, it is also 10 o'clock at night right now, so I'm gonna park it on the bed and get some extra writing done, well, outlining done, and possibly read a bit before bed. 1 second. Small reading tangent in this writing vlog. I started reading Mills and Boons again. I just kind of picked one up because I just want something really quick, really romancy, fast paced, and Mills and Boon just do it so good. I started with One Night with His Virgin Mistress by Sarah Craven, and then from there I went to His Boardroom Mistress by Emma Darcy. Oh, I can't wait to read more by these girls. And then I gone on to Mistress of Convenience by Penny Jordan, and I've just finished A Christmas Seduction by Amanda Browning. And now that I've done this, I've decided I am working my way through all of the Mills and Boon titles I own, which is 91. I own 91 Mills and Boon titles. It's kind of it's made me, just with the simple fact of it, want to read 100 Mills and Boon titles. No specific time frame, just as we come to it. And in my sort of reading journal, I do have, oh gosh, I've lost them. But I've got these little oh, here they are. These little reading list plaques that hold 20 books. So I've already got one going for Mills and Boon books, and then I'm just sort of writing little recaps at the end of what I like about them. And Mills and Boon with the tropes. Oh me, oh me, oh me. Like this one, One Night with His Virgin Mistress. The age gap in this, I believe there's something like a 12-year age gap, but it's done so fucking well. And it's very alpha and not toxic, and oh my god, the things. And then there's his boardroom mistress, which is very like almost forced proximity, kind of not, but one that is forced proximity is this Mistress of Convenience, where the guy is like a bodyguard for a politician, and she was a journalist but isn't anymore, but happens to be in the vicinity, and he's like, I know you were a journalist. I don't believe you saying that you've quit your job. Oh, but you could call my boss and he'll tell you that he sacked me. Oh, he would do that just so that he can be honestly dishonest. And he basically says she can either be detained by him, or he'll contact, I think it's in Spain or something, but she can be detained by him, or he will contact the local authorities, and she can spend however long until the British Embassy gets to her case in the local prison. So of course she gets detained by him, and the sexy times ensue. And each one of these so far have just had me gripping the pages. They're all less than 200 pages. Reading these start to finish has been so beneficial to me to help with pacing and how quickly a story can unfold and how little wording. I think it was Patricia McKillop or something like that. There was another, like a fantasy book that gave me the same revelation years ago, and it's just taking getting back to this to have the same revelation, that they don't have to have lots of filler in them to be binge-worthy books. And that's something that I've noticed in Kindle Unlimited. All of the really hyped stuff is 400 plus pages. Some of it's 500, 600, 700 pages, and I don't have freaking time to read all that. I'm sure I'm not the only working mum with side projects going on that does not have time to read a 600 page smutty book that's mostly just full of filler. And like, no disrespect, I will happily read like a 600 page book if it's worth reading, but I will say that there's a lot of it that is just gratuitous nonsense. The amount of DNFs I've had on Kindle Unlimited lately is just madness. It's almost enough to make me not want to subscribe to it anymore. But we'll circle back to that at a later point. But this has just kind of validated my feeling towards that it doesn't need to be big ass books to be riveting, to be captivating, to have you swooning over the love interest, or to be, have your heart going 10 to the dozen during love scenes. These amazing. And also, these are older. They're older. They're very educated ladies. I feel they're writing these. A lot of these were published in, like the one I'm reading at the moment here was published in 1980. So like a lot of these books are quite old, and the language and the description used is such a refreshing use of language, and it's helping me describe things in ways I wouldn't otherwise have. Hold the phone just a second. One more thing I want to talk about. So it inspired me to have one of these handy. Anytime I see a turn of phrase in one of these, I'm like, oh my god, I need to remember that. Or like a description of something that is like really captivating. I'm gonna write it down. My quote book. I've got a quote book now, and I'm just gonna write it down. And yeah. So in the future, if like I need some sort of inspiration on a scene, I'm not quite sure how to describe something, or if I just need a better wording, I can look up my quotes and get more inspiration on how to use language in a more illuminating and illustrative way. So yeah, that's where I'm sitting at now. We're doing secret project, outlining, and reading Mills and Boon. And local charity shops here in Aberdeen, they always have lots of good ones. So I actually might pop in past a charity shop. I mean, I already own 91 titles. I really do. don't need any more. But I might pop in past a charity shop and pick up a couple more, because it's always fun to have, and I will get to them eventually. Plus I also like to pick them up on eBay. A lot of the ones I have either are my mum's old ones, or I got 2 like 30 book bundles off of eBay a couple of years ago. One of the best things I ever did was buy those bundles. Got some really good books out of them. But yes, that's what we're up to, and quoting our favorite scenes. Anyways, I will check in with you guys tomorrow at some point. So I haven't been very on the ball this week with the vlogging, but I have been on the ball with the writing. I've been popping to a Starbucks that's close to my work, and for like maybe half an hour to an hour after work, I have been grabbing coffee, sitting down and powering through some, well, outlining. We're still in the outlining phase of everything, so it's making progress but also not making strides of progress, but I'm very happy with what's been occurring so far. So I have everything here in front of me, so I'm going to quickly run through what I've been doing. I have my secret project, which I haven't been doing at the coffee shop. Been working on this in the evenings. I'm still in the sort of brainstorming phase for this, but we're making lots of progress when I do work on it, so very happy about that. I have finished outlining this one, Promises. This was the plot bunny that appeared and needed to be seen to right frickin' now. So I've seen to it, and I'm very happy with it's 5 pages, I think I did. 5.5? No, yeah. Just like 4.5 pages of outlining. I went hard on this one, and I'm so happy with the outlining that's happened with this, and depending on how things go after the outlining process, a few others, I might bump this on my to-do list, because I feel such a fiery passion for it that Promises might have to get moved up. And then lastly, I've been working on Murder on the Eyes. I've been working on this in the coffee shop, and I've also been working on this on the bus. This is going to take a lot more outlining because I have more chronological detail in this I want to take place, and I still need to work out a few finer details of the end, but if it's anything like Outlining Promises, Murder in the Eyes it'll all slot into place. Once I get the ball rolling and I get into the zone with it, the vibes will be flowing, and it'll just be coming at me. Ideas will be coming at me like asteroids, like dinosaurs. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with the progress I've made with these 3 projects so far. Is it everything that I was hoping to get to this week? No, but I was hoping to do less over more projects, but getting more done in fewer projects is also a win. I do want to work more on my KRH project. That's my serial, or extended series. I still need to finish just copying out basic notes and working out basic character motivations and aspects with that one. There's a lot of work that needs to go into that, like front load work that needs to go into that before I can move forward with it properly. And of course I do have my other longer series that I want to work on. My Rose Thorn series, which I kind of thought would be about 6 books, but since I've been reading a lot of Mills and Boon and seeing how concise a story can be and still be so evocative and enthralling, and there's a word I'm thinking of that I can't quite pin down that's very like engaging, that sucks you in. What is the word I'm thinking of? Immersive. Very immersive in short form content, short form writing. Most Mills and Boon books are like 210 is probably about the most I've ever seen, but most of them are around like the 170 page mark, 108 page mark, and they pack so much into those 108 pages. There is a book by someone called Jim Driver, I think his name is, but it is the Pulp Fiction method. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it's called, but it's about how Pulp Fiction authors would have gotten their work done, and basically using clear, concise narrative, making sure that all your prose has purpose, no fluff, no floweriness, none of what I'm doing right now on the clackety clack. So I will link that in the info box. You need to read it if you're interested, but also seeing it in action, seeing examples of it back to back to back. I'm on like my 6th Mills and Boon novel this month. I haven't read this much. Well, I haven't completed this many books, like completely read this many books in a long time. So yes, getting exposed to that and seeing short, concise and captivating novels completed is making me think that maybe Rose Thorns doesn't need to be 6 books long, because I'm thinking when I first started doing Rose Thorns, it was after I'd read like the Madison Kate series and a few others, and the Madison Kate books were all like 300-400 pages long, and it's the same in a lot of the dark romance category. There's so much description, so much setting description, and like I'm not saying this to have a dig, but there is a lot of that in there, and I know that is part of it, but also a lot of it, at least in my opinion, in my experience, gets skimmed over. When I'm reading these things, I'm like, I just want to get on, like skimming through things. A lot of it's not very engaging, and I don't want that for my books. I don't want people to end up zoning out and skimming through them. So, like I say, when I was initially wanting to write out this story and follow the parameters set out by others in the genre, the parameters were that these books needed to be around 400 pages long, and they needed to be full of the X-rated scenes, and they needed to be they basically needed to be gratuitous. They needed to be so detailed, and I don't think it needs to be that at all anymore. Like obviously I want there to be the sexy times in them. I do. Those things are gonna happen, but I don't think they need to be pages upon pages long, and I don't think they need to happen every other chapter, at least not in Rose Thorns. In Rachel, however, there's a lot of heat in this one. Because there just needs to be. That's how that story is panning out. But for Rose Thorns, like, I don't think I need 6 books. I don't think I do anymore. I think it's like 3, the original 3 I had planned. Because originally it was gonna be called Picture Perfect, Pretty Perfect, and Nobody's Perfect. That was the initial trilogy that I had plotted out, outlined it, was drafting like a demon. I had it. I was putting down words so quickly that it was going to be launched on my birthday in 2020, and then, you know, lockdown happened and all that got shelved and packed away and put in a crate and dumped in the ocean. I'm still trying to get, like, writing wise, I'm getting back to where I was in like January of 2020, and I feel like I'm almost at that point, and it's making me like reevaluate all of the areas that I felt I had to question. Like, I'm reevaluating my reevaluations here. Okay, so it's Sunday, it's my first day off, and it is blowing up a storm out there. It is like someone is continuously throwing buckets of water at the window. It's insane. But today I'm going to get a lot of writing done. I'm going to be working on my secret project. I need to get some summaries done, and then I'm going to be starting drafting today for this. I won't talk too much about the secret project in these vlogs because I do have a video series to go alongside it. I don't know if it's a series or if it'll just be one long video, but I am recording material to go along with this secret project. But you'll see me drafting, you'll see me plotting, we're getting words on the page, and yeah, because alongside doing this I will still be trying to outline my main novels for 2025. Yeah, it's all systems go over here. We are completing the prep work, you're doing the drafting. It's going to be intense, but sitting here yabbering isn't going to get it done, so let's do it. So this is the last clip that I'm going to add onto this vlog. I've had a really productive afternoon. I've been working on the secret project, doing some like plot summaries for that. Again, there will be content coming alongside that once the project has been completed, but I am putting a lot of dedicated time and energy into that because I want it to be so successful, and if it comes off, it's going to be amazing, and I can't wait to share that with you guys. But I'm going to carry on doing those summaries for the rest of the day and then get on to some drafting. The ideas, the creative flow is just coming thick and fast for that, guys. So I'm going to write it, go with it for as long as I possibly can, and later on I might pick up a bit of reading or work on some of my other projects, get some more outlining done on Murder on the Eyes, and yeah, hopefully I'll get some more different content, different bits of footage for next week's vlog, less of this sitting down chitty chatting, maybe some actual like speed throughs or some typing, I don't know, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying these vlogs. I'm enjoying making them again. They really are helping keep me motivated for creating and getting the writing done, because I have something to share with that's, you know, appreciative of it. And yeah, I feel like I've really gotten back on track with my creative process and where I should be with my writing journey. Like I've said before, I've been sort of circling the same sort of spots, spinning my wheels since COVID happened. And I feel like I've gotten back to the point where I was before Rosie was born, and she's away, turns 3 in November. So to get back to where I was, which was getting back to where I was pre-COVID, it feels great to get back to that healthy creative place where things are happening and falling into place, and yeah, it's all going good, and the words cannot describe. I could just express excitement till the cows come home, and it would be very, very boring. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.